Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Tom Sherry.
It's good to have you with us tonight. I'm Whitney Ward. So a lot of us woke up yet again to another dusting of snow this morning, and now even more is on the way.
Yeah, we're tracking more snow. We got between 2 and 3 inches in the overnight hours. Really amazing. Follow me over here if you will. We've got still some light snow that is falling across the Spokane area. I think you saw a downtown shot right there with the light snow. Here it is here on the Doppler radar. Not overly impressive, but pretty much from downtown out through the Spokane Valley, along the I-90 corridor through Coeur d'Alene and out towards 4th of July Pass. We're seeing heavy snow that has already fallen on 4th of July Pass as well as Lookout Pass. So some pretty tough travel conditions right now across all of the area roads around the region. So please be careful if you're going to be out and about. That snow, again, just falling right along I-90. And of course, this time of night with folks getting off work in just about another hour, things could get dicey on the way home. So please drive carefully. It's pretty icy out there. Now we're going to talk about very cold temperatures down into the single digits for the overnight lows. I'm looking for light snow again tonight and on Thursday, Wednesday night into Thursday. We do see warmer temperatures on the way for the weekend. Here's a quick look at your day planner forecast. 6 degrees, the overnight low. We'll look for a dry day tomorrow with a daytime high of 19. I'll check your weekend and the rest of the work week forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Tom. And also we are tracking some breaking news right now. Both lanes of eastbound Snoqualmie Pass are closed right now. This is about 14 miles east of North Bend. WashDOT says a car spinout is now blocking the roadway there, and there is no estimated time of reopening, but we will keep track of this and we'll let you know as soon as those conditions change.
Doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. Slick road conditions, of course. There's been a flurry of accidents and crashes over the last several days, but there may be a safer alternative than you hopping behind the wheel yourself. Yeah,
KREM 2's Brandon Jones explains how Spokane Transit is able to reduce your stress by leaving the driving to the professionals.
When conditions are as dangerous as they are right now and the roads are covered with snow, it may be easier for you to leave your car behind, and it's actually safer for you to take some public transportation and hop on a bus.
It all starts when we get the forecast that says, hey, we're going to have a major snow event.
During the winter months, Spokane Transit has to stay prepared for the elements that could slow them down. That means a plus up in staffing and drivers that work on call.
When we have bad weather, we tend to have more incidents that we have to respond to.
But their prep work allows them to stay on schedule and get riders to their destination on time despite how the road looks.
Most people, when they decide that they want to ride the bus, they may not be exactly on a bus route.
That's where the park and rides come in handy. There can be a situation where you just don't feel like dealing with all of the steep hills and snow, so you can park for free and buy a pass just for the day. A new bus comes through every few minutes, and you can monitor when the next one will arrive on STA's website. For emergency weather, STA recommends signing up for notifications on what their schedule looks like. From Spokane, Brandon Jones, KREM 2 News.
Well, a BNSF train that is still in the Kootenai River following a derailment on New Year's Day could finally be removed, but not until early February.
A train on the embankment of the river was safely removed from the derailment site yesterday. BNSF leaders are now finalizing the placement of heavy equipment to safely remove the other train from the river. Boundary County Emergency Management commented last week and said there is no longer a threat of oil or hazardous material released into the river following that derailment.
The train derailed, then fell into the river after a rock slide. That was on New Year's Day, and it did cause oil from the train to spill into the river. Emergency management investigators say skimmers, though, captured about 180 gallons of diesel with containment booms there in the river. Well, following the death of WSU student Samuel Martinez in November, the WSU governing body of fraternities made changes to their policies. Last month, Pullman police confirmed the 19-year-old student from Bellevue died of alcohol poisoning at an Alpha Tau Omega party. Coming up in our 5 o'clock show, we're going to break down exactly what the policy changes are, as well as their intent to improve member safety.
And speaking of WSU, the Cougs are coachless no more. Nick Rolovich is the new head football coach at Washington State University. He comes from the University of Hawaii. He was hired by Hawaii in December of 2015 to be their head coach, and he was also Nevada's offensive coordinator before that. Last year, he led his team to a 10-5 record, and the team also made the Mountain West Championship game.
Exciting stuff. Well, we know he is one of the most inspirational people pretty much on the planet.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, Spokane's very own Steve Gleason will get the nation's highest civilian honor, the Congressional Gold Medal.
Among the people who made the 2,500-mile trip is Gleason's high school football coach, H.T. Higgins. He says he knew Steve was more than just a talented athlete, but also a good soul. Mark Hanrahan has his story.
My relationship with Steve started in about 1991 when he first started at Gonzaga Prep. I was fortunate enough to coach Steve as a sophomore and a junior and a senior here at Gonzaga Prep in football, and then obviously followed him as his path continued through Washington State and then down to with the Saints. He is a big part of my inspiration. And the inspiration of the football program and what he brings to helping develop young men that are see something bigger than themselves. Here's a guy that he can't move, he can't talk other than via technology. He uses his eyes, his facial expressions, and then, his beautiful soul and his amazing mind. This is really a really special thing. And you're talking about people like Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King and the Dalai Lama and people like that. And Steve deserves to be in that group. He is rare. What's inside of him, man, he's really rare.
It's incredible. And he's right. It is incredible what he has been able to do after being diagnosed.
Yeah, he's an inspiration. It's just we've never seen a person like this before.
Yeah, it's incredible. So the ceremony is scheduled for 12 Pacific time tomorrow, and you can watch it because we'll be streaming it live on KREM.com and as well as our KREM2 Facebook page. So make sure and watch for that.
We will always do the right thing and will not have this happen again on my watch.
Well, there you go. The Houston Astros have faced claims of cheating for years, but a November report detailing allegations from 4 former players explained how far their alleged cheating went. Well, now their manager and general manager are gone, and the Major League Baseball is cracking down on the organization.
So during home games, the Astros reportedly positioned a camera in center field. That camera would then film the signals given by the opposing team's catcher about what pitch the pitcher should throw. Well, that camera feed was then transmitted live into the Astros dugout, where a player would allegedly be watching the feed with a baseball bat and a trash can. Now, no players have ever been punished by MLB. In a statement, former Astros GM said, quote, "I did not know rules were being broken."
Wow. Well, the WNBA and its players have now reached a tentative deal on what they're describing as a groundbreaking new collective bargaining agreement. The 8-year contract begins this season and runs through 2027. The league says it will increase salaries, marketing opportunities, and revenue sharing.
It's going to be paying players an average of $130,000 a year. It will be the first time the average cash compensation for players will exceed 6 figures. That's according to a release from the WNBA. The league's top players will be also able to earn more than $500,000, which more than triples the max amount of money they could have earned under the prior deal. So
good for them.
Well deserved.
Yep, you bet.
Love it.